Hey guys, it's so nice to see you again. If you are new here, welcome. My name is jerriies. I am so excited because this is our first official update since the game release. I'm going to be going through some improvements and bug fixes that you can expect from this update. So I hope this helps you better understand what's going to be happening and give you a little bit more information. This new update will be released on October 19th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, I do want to let you guys know that there will be some platforms that may take a little bit more time to slowly show the updates. To make sure you're prepared, there's a few things that you want to do before and after you update your game. So first things first, you want to make sure that you are online while you do this update. Make sure you save your game. I know there has been some users that have been really upset for the fact that they cannot even save on cloud. So I'm hoping that the autosave will help this process run through as smoothly as possible. And if you have been able to save to cloud in the past, keep trying again. I know when I first played this game, it took me a really good amount of time to save to the cloud. The biggest thing is to make sure that you're connected to Wi-Fi so that you're able to save to cloud. And after the game has been updated, load the game and save immediately before processing. If you use a cross save, so what that means is if you play on the Switch and you also play on PC, they recommend you opening the game on one device, saving and closing, and then opening your other devices and repeating the same process. So that is the first thing that I definitely want to talk about. So they have released the very first patch notes on October 18th, so the day before the actual launch. And they're also going to be sharing a blog post tomorrow that will break down a little bit more of the new content that you see. I'm guessing it's just more in detail of all these fixes that they have been coming across. So this huge update also includes Scar's Kingdom. So we're able to see Scar, which I'm really excited about. They have been so communicative since this game launched on how to either fix the issue or have they seen the issue. And I feel like they're just doing such a great job listening to us and just helping us enjoy the game as much as we possibly can. So they do have a Trello issue tracker board. So it kind of tells you what issues that they're fixing and what they're actively working on and what issues they are aware of. This is really awesome. Okay, so the first time I've ever seen Trello used before was the process of getting a custom emote done for my Twitch. And I was able to see the process of them receiving what I wanted, when exactly the date it was going to be fixed, and how long it would take. So obviously these are going to be a little different because it doesn't have like dates on these. This makes me feel like they're being as transparent as they possibly can so that it makes a lot of the users feel comfortable that they're listening to us. I love this. This is fantastic. This is great. So it says that they'll be regularly updating this page to keep us in the loop of top known issues. That is amazing. They're tackling it as well as providing status updates and workarounds to help you where possible. So we're going over the top fixes, which obviously is the biggest part of this update. It's definitely the most brought up issue from all users throughout all platforms. So not only are they bringing us Scar's Kingdom update, they are going to be improving stability and performance on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. I'm not quite sure how often other platforms are getting bigger problems. I know so I play specifically on Nintendo Switch, and I know that there has been huge bug crashes every time I've been playing. I am not so positive about any other platform, but I do see on all social media posts that there's continuous talk about PlayStation 4 for sure. I'm not quite sure about Xbox, but PlayStation 4 and sometimes PC. But I want to say PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch has been the top from what I've been seeing. I didn't know this was an issue, but improved Founders Pack. I'm guessing that not many people are receiving their items from what they purchased. I would be really upset about that because I bought the biggest pack, of course. I bought the Ultimate Edition. So that came with obviously a ton more items compared to the Standard Edition or the Deluxe And I don't know if the standard edition includes all, like everyone who has purchased, I believe, has the standard, and they just get early access to Disney Dreamlight Valley. They get 2 wearable items and 9 decoration items and 3 design motifs. But obviously, anyone who has the deluxe edition and the ultimate edition has way more items, which I'm sure would be super, super nice to, show off items. Okay, so improve cloud save system. When I see this, I feel like they're improving the cloud save system in general. I know there has been some talk of people not even being able to save at all. So I don't understand if that's saying like they couldn't even make a cloud save or they just don't have that option available on their system. So what I am hoping for is that this will improve any of it. So you're able to save even if you didn't save beforehand. I'm hoping that this means that they're improving the whole cloud system save. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, so they are reducing also the intensity of lightning storm flashes. The constant eye flashing can definitely be people who are sensitive to light or flashing of lights. Okay, so this is my first quest that I've ever had an issue with that had a weird glitch. So I think that's going to be really great. So a lot of people can obviously progress in Wally's story. I have not come across the stone soup yet. Now it's going to be finally recognized as cooked. So it's for people who are stuck on the Spirits of Nature quest. There will be memory pieces that will be fixed. Some of them were spawned around Scrooge's store counter, which I don't think I've come across, but obviously it's going to be a top fix as well. Wild crops, I know this was also big. Wild crops, so mushroom spices, will now respawn in different place every morning. I'm guessing some wild crops have been in areas where you cannot access it. Rain will now properly water plants. I've just come across this issue where on the map it says that my crops are not watered, and I come up to them being watered, but they're still green. Like they're not that, they don't look dead, if that makes any sense. So that's going to be a great fix, because the only way for me to find out if they are is obviously the map, and then if I come up to the plant and I water them, and I just go off the noises. So they go into more information about improvements and optimization. So of course they're talking about the improved stability and performance of PlayStation 4. I have heard, unfortunately, that they can't even play the game. It's unplayable because the amount of times that the game crashes. It does kind of suck to hear that, some people are having a great time without any glitches, and then some people, just literally can't even play. So they're also optimizing some textures on PlayStation 4, improving interior lighting. I've never come across this, but I'm wondering what examples or what other users have experienced. Oh, how sweet. So Mickey, Merlin, and Goofy are going they went shopping. Now they're going to be redecorating the homes. That's going to be so awesome to see. That's really a cute little refresh of this update, and I feel like it makes the game a lot more fun and interesting. They're improving furniture edit mode. That's going to be so great, because I have the most difficult time decorating on controller. It is the most annoying thing ever, and it almost makes me want to purchase on PC just so I can crossplay. They're optimizing audio reduced file size, so I guess that will be great, especially for people who are recording. Also probably would make your PC run better. Okay, so various performance optimizations, so that's going to be great on all platforms. So they're also improving the performance of large gardens. I've actually heard an issue of someone saying that the larger the garden, the more difficult it is to register to plant your crop. They're reducing the number of mushrooms required for Merlin's quest. Maybe the amount of mushrooms that were not respawning. I think that would make sense why they're reducing the number. Adjusted placement of some floating islands in the sky. I thought that was cool. That reminded me of like Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if they're saying that like they're removing it or wasn't supposed to be floating in the sky, but I think it's really cool. Campfires are now craftable. That's going to be really awesome to see, and like really pretty, especially with people who love decorating. Improvements and optimizations to sunlit plateau trees. I have not unlocked that area yet, but I know there's not much stuff in there. I think that specific biome was supposed to be for Scar. So I'm very excited to play it, and I hope you are too. They did reword some quest objectives to make them more clear. Wow, that's actually very nice. I do find sometimes, not maybe for this game, but for some games, when they do have quests, it's really hard for me to understand what they're talking about. Especially, it just makes the game a lot more playable for all ages. Improve the navigation of water characters between bodies of water. Yes, I do see sometimes Ursula swim out to the furthest. I swear she's gonna fall off the edge of the map. Like, that's how far I see her sometimes. And I'm just like, that is very interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna get to her. So I just have to wait till she comes back. Characters are most likely to be drawn to the player when standing near shore. So that's gonna be very helpful, especially to get the attention of either, Ursula or Ariel, or whatever other water characters we'll be getting in the future. Donald Duck has finally found his land legs, reducing how long his tantrums last. I mean, I didn't really have a problem with it. The amount of times he would react compared to all the other characters, especially when you're near them, was very interesting. I have seen some people say they're excited about this, and some people say that they are sad about this because that's Donald Duck. It just makes him him. I could see it also being an issue, especially if you're trying to plant near that section or just do a quest near that section or near him, and you just hear him go off on his little tantrum. So water characters will now be able to swim behind Skull Rock. Okay, so I didn't know that either. I only see them go up like around open water. So that's gonna be really fun to see them interact a lot more with the map, which I absolutely love. Thick slag spike that occurs when started raining. They're rebalancing the wood spawns, so that's going to be really awesome. Different biomes to make it easier to get various types of wood. So that's going to be really nice because I know a lot of quests require different types of wood, so that's going to be really awesome. Okay, so inventory will now stay open while opening item and motif bags. I don't know what this indicates. I'm guessing this is for when you are customizing an item, is what I'm thinking. I know for me, I had an issue whenever I was doing a quest and I opened my inventory to make something at the crafting table. I wish I was able to see how many I needed. This might be different from what I'm thinking. Improve clarity for which realms have been unlocked and which still needs to be unlocked. Oh, okay, well that's gonna be really nice. I didn't even realize I did not unlock the Moana realm. And I didn't even realize also that there was another realm for Anna. So which is the frozen realm. So now we're going into the bug fixes. This is going to be for quest progression by quest giver. So Anna's that's the stone soup. So I've actually never come upon it, but now the stone soup will be recognized that it will be cooked. So this is for the Spirits of Nature quest. So now you can finally progress with Anna, which will be nice. For Elsa, I have not unlocked her as well, but Elsa will now remain outside until you have the pickaxe upgraded to deal with the ice crystals. I guess there's some sort of blocker that's obviously stops the progression of that objective. So they fixed an issue which prevented players picking up the orange crest in Elsa's cavern. Also, they have the fish pies now recognized as cooked for players who are stuck on what home feels like quest. That's a lot of issues that has happened with Elsa. So I'm really happy that they have been recognizing the issue and they are obviously fixing it. For Maui, they have fixed an issue which prevented players from fishing near the raft on Skull Rock. And then they also, so Maui will no longer get stuck after breaking the sea debris in the A Tale of Stone and Fire quest. I've noticed that sometimes I have glitches where, at least for when I'm mining, when my friend or goes to pick up, another item, a bonus item, they get stuck and they start glitching. So I have to push them away, which is very weird, but it still works. Mickey has an extra cracker recipe in the house waiting to be picked up for players stuck during the foodception quest. That's awesome. And also, Mickey will now wait for the player in his house during the initial garden quest. Very nice. For Minnie, Minnie has an extra flower pot in her house waiting to be picked up for players stuck on the Language of Flowers quest. The clock tower would now be recognized by Minnie without having to create another. And for the second one, the second item for Minnie, the clock tower will now be recognized by Minnie without having to create another. So that's going to be really nice. Moana only has one, and it's to improve the zone within which the honored place registers the ceremony quests. So instead of, okay, so the zone, I know that when I did that, I had to be super close to my home. So maybe this zone's going to be a lot bigger. So that would be nice. For Mother Gothel, they are fixing instances of the key being inaccessible in the Glade of Trust. And then her last one is the Dawn Fragment is now recognized as cooked for players who are stuck on the Restoring the Sunstone quest. A lot of cooking issues, which is what I'm seeing. For Scrooged, catfish can be found near the docks on Dazzle Beach for players who are stuck on What's Bad for Business class. So I love how they're like they may not they may not have like fully figured out what's going on, but they've given us other options so that we could finish or finalize quest, which is really nice. For Wally, they are fixing an issue which prevented players picking up the light bulb. That is the number one that I'm absolutely really excited about because I'm stuck on that one. There's a global fix, which is going to be instances of characters not being able to talk to one another during listen objectives. So these are the inaccessible object and memory piece fixes by location. They are fixing an issue with the Scrooge's store counter, Elsa's cavern, Merlin's Dreamlight Library, Angled Table in Mickey's house, Prince Eric's castle, Ursula's house, Peaceful Meadow, Frosted Heights, Floating Island in the Glades of Trust, which I don't mind that, I love that, Sunlit Plateau, objects stuck in medium-sized forest rocks, that has happened to me, and objects stuck in crafting tables. Interesting, I've never seen that before. Pictures and videos that other Valley heroes are posting, and they're so amazing. Definitely inspiring. I cannot wait to decorate. Tableware can now be selected properly when placed on a table. That's going to be awesome. Chessboard can now be selected properly when being placed on a table. Furniture placed near the bridge in the plaza can now be selected properly. Furniture in the Elephant Graveyard in the Sunlit Plateau can now be selected properly. Objects placed in the stall can now be selected properly. Furniture placed near the Mystical Cave entrance can now be selected properly. Fix issues picking up ceiling items. Maui's Island can now be selected properly. Nice! So these are the other bug fixes, which I've talked about in the very beginning, are the improved Founders Pack items. So definitely check your mailbox after you have updated the game if you were missing any items for the Founders Pack, which are the standard, deluxe, and ultimate. So in case of a cloud save conflict, players will now be prompted by the following in-game pop-up to select which save file they would like to sync with. Please note that YYY in the below screenshot represents the field your avatar's name will appear. So this, if you guys need to look and see what's how this is you'll visually see this when you have a cloud save conflict. So they fixed Scrooge's store meeting points for character. I didn't know that was a thing. Ursula's easier to talk to her in her house, which has been annoying because there's a really cute little chairs and I always end up sitting on the chairs instead of talking to her. So I'm excited for that. They have also fixed the position of certain mining rocks to allow better character navigation for them. So fixed an issue which prevented Maui's Islet and Minnie's house from being selected in the grid edit mode. Fixed an issue which caused Donald's house to float, and we're not talking about it in the water. I've never seen that. I would love like a page of people's glitch pictures or videos. I would be laughing for days. I know for a fact I would. So there's items, I guess, in Chez Remy and at Goofy Stalls that float. So that will also be fixed. My issue that I saw was that sometimes when I go to Goofy Stall, there would not even be any items. I only know that the items are there because I'm able to still choose them. They're not visually seen. It's very weird to see. Furniture from characters' homes that shouldn't be obtainable have been removed from Furniture's menu and Scrooge's store. Fix an issue which turned the water pink in Ursula's house. I thought that was cool. I thought that was awesome to see because she's a witch. Why should she have plain ocean water in her house? She should have pink water. I thought that was cool. So I'm sad that they're fixing that. Fix an issue allowing players to walk onto the bookshelves in Prince Eric's castle. That I have not seen, and that sounds like something that you would see in Paranormal Activity. So we definitely don't want that. Water characters can no longer walk through rocks. I have seen that. Ariel just like pokes her head through rocks. It's very interesting. Fix marinated herring meal icon. Small urban hedges are no longer missing inside their model. Remove 2 chess items from Scrooge's store. Fix fishing ripples spawning within rocks in the Forgotten Lands. I've adjusted the size and visuals of the constellation furniture from Moana's quest. Fixing an issue preventing the orchid sunbird from granting rewards when receiving its favorite gift. Rain will now properly water plants. Campfires will now emit sound. That's going to be really nice. I love in-game ASMR. The jingle when getting a critical hit now stops at the correct time. Ooh, that's really nice. So I didn't know there was actually a word for it, but the critical hit is when you either remove a thorn. Obviously, this happens when you're harvesting. It might happen when you also forage, but a bunch of the items bursts into, bursts around the area and you're supposed to collect them all. So the sound and the time were not matching. So I thought I would have more time, but the items would disappear, but the music would keep going. So I'm glad that they're fixing that because that was very confusing. Fixing streaming friendly music. Oh, that's going to be nice for people who obviously post playthroughs on YouTube for sure. Remove items from random bags, Scrooge's store, and the delivery system that should not appear there. I don't know what that is. Fix game logo for Japanese and Chinese versions. It was probably something that was misspelled. Fix the wrong skybox appearing in Scrooge's store. Fix food disappearing from shelves. Yes, so they're doing it in Ches Remy, but they did not mention it, at least for the stalls. Fix instances which characters would remark about the wrong time of day. Goofy, however, will continue to misjudge the weather. Yeah, that's very cute. Fix instances of characters fishing the wrong way on the beach. I did see that. Those pictures are really funny. Fix Ariel becoming unlocked before fixing her house. Remove various quest items that would stay in players' inventories after quest was completed. I have noticed that. I've noticed that some of the items that I used for quests were still in my my inventory, and I was very confused by that. So I'm just like putting them in random chest. Remove unavailable items for characters' daily favorite item list. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, I didn't realize that not all items were available because I haven't unlocked all the biomes, but that would be obviously nice, especially if you want to continue leveling up your character's friendship. The magical crystal will now appear properly on the pedestal in the Forgotten Lands. During Ursula's quest, fix the exhaustion effect not displaying that properly. Interesting. Various audio and SFX fixes. So it would rain randomly and the music would skip. It was very annoying. So I'm really happy they're fixing that. The player's legs will no longer shrink. This happened to be the first time I played. The player's legs will no longer shrink while wearing some types of clothes. So funny to see. And to fix the issues that affect Mickey's eyes. Oh, so I guess people were serious when they were saying that Mickey's eyes looked a little sketchy. And I really love this last note that they gave us. And it says, once again, we really appreciate your patience in supporting in flagging issues you encounter. This goes a long way towards helping us investigate and build fixes. As Disney Dreamlight Valley continues to grow and evolve, we're committed to keeping up with the process of listening, evaluating, and fixing as we work to resolve the issues that are most pressing to our community. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. Stay tuned tomorrow for a blog post breaking down all the new content you can expect from Scar's Kingdom update. And that's it, guys. I'm so excited for you guys to be able to experience all these new updates And I really, really hope they fix a lot of the issues that you guys have been having so that you guys can continue to have so much fun playing this amazing game. If you guys have Discord, they do have a channel in Discord that if you guys are having issues or would like to even suggest, I will link down below the Discord so you guys can be able to join. And if you guys would like to watch me play live, I will stream this on Twitch every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.